Good evening everyone and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League. I am your host with the most, Malk. Tonight, Tim will be joining us during the race. He's just running a bit late tonight, so we will have the duo of the commentary box. So for now, I will go through the live and exclusive of the qualifying stuff. I hope you all enjoy it live and exclusive at the glorious race of Spa. And I remembered this well, like I said, last year I actually went to Spa with one of my mates from work, and it was an absolute brilliant time at the glorious race of Spa. Absolutely belt of a track there. It was a long walk going up through Eau Rouge, shall we say, but overall it was like a brilliant track, like a legendary track. But I'd like to see what the guys are going to do tonight, because we've got quite some interesting stats here tonight. I think one of the I think it was Jos. Yes, so Jos will be the first person to do the qualifying lap in a minute. But before I carry on, we've got quite a few stats going on here tonight, because last week we had 4 different racers, 4 different winners on 4 different races this season of the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League. But like I said, the record so far has been 11, well, 10 consecutive, but there's been 11 different winners in the Performance League for this league in general, because this is an absolute belter of a league. If you don't know what the Performance Leagues are, it's mainly of the Mercs, obviously the top-notch cars, and then obviously the Williams are on the slower-notch cars. But I will go through some of the stats. But like I said, the last week, Luke Bailey won at the glorious race of Brazil, and that was a belter of a race there. Just see what Jos is doing there, but also quite interesting fact. We had some interesting battles going on last week, but I can't wait for this. Belgium's one of those tracks where I've not heard anything of the weather crew just yet, but hopefully we'll find out in a minute. But we're going to do the actual qualifying lap of the Spa-Francorchamps on that one. We're coming to the first corner now. The sharp right hand turn there. Down the straight here, coming up to, which is the famous Eau Rouge type, or Rouge in a minute. Coming up to, which is turn 2. Now, if you've just passed there, remember 1998 with David Coulthard and then all the others who have had absolute incidences left, right and centre in that manic wet weather there. But if you all remember those wet situations there, madness stuff here. The first sector time from Jos is a 30.1. A 30.1 on the soft tyres. Now, with the track itself, now we will have 22 laps of the 50% races. We've got yellow flag set to 3 still. Coming up to, which is turn, I think it's turn 8. Yeah, turn 9, Malmedy corner there. And then coming up to, which is the Puon, should we say, of that corner there. And then coming to Belmontron there, passing turn 11. Then coming up to, which is turn 12. Of Fagnes, as what we call it, in the unlucky turn, which is turn 13. Then come up to, which is the turn 14 now. Now, unfortunately, I've got no sound there, but I will try and get back to the sound there as quickly as possible there. Then passing the second sector, this to the 115, I think, or 118. 115, 118. Passing into the long straight there, the long third sector here. Then come up to, which is turn 17. Now, here we go. This is the bus stop chicane now. Turn 18 now. And then coming up to, which is the turn 19 now, the part where they have to be absolutely spot on. He's got no ARS mode, so he'll have to be absolutely delicate here. So Spud's retired from the session. Oh no, don't tell me he's hit the Eau Rouge part of the track there. Is anyone near there? We've got green flags there, so it's definitely Eau Rouge. Is anyone by there? Anyone by there? We might find out from Jos's car. Well, the yellow flag's the Energy Down's done the fastest up the race. Yes, he has. Energy Down's done a 145.8 belt over time. Fantastico, magnifico, as what we say. Jos has done a 146 flat. Zimon, who's the a brand new driver coming into the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League. So be interested to see what times he's going to get here. He's done a 1:46.1 on the Renault car, so that's a great time, to be fair. Sheep, he's done a 1:46.5. Dre Geo's done a 1:46.6. Ton Avalanche, aka Wavertail, the Flying Scotsman there in 6th place in the Alfa Romeo car with a 1:46.7. Mike is on the medium tyre, so he's the one to watch out for as well. He's done a 1:47.2 on the medium tyre, so that's a good time, to be fair. You got Saab, who's he's on the Red Bull car. Hopefully, give him some wings here tonight. Like I said, I don't want to be a reminder on that one, but I'm hoping he'll bounce back after what happened last week at Brazil. I really do hope what happened last week is forgotten now, and he tries and focus and try and get a good lap here. He's done a 1:47.6. He's just laying one of the drivers through, which is, I believe, one of the Alfa Romeos. Yes, it is. Which is Ton Avalanche. Luke Bailey's done a 1:47.7. Now, the 4 drivers that won this season, Scopefielder, who's not there tonight, but he is the Drivers' Championship leader with 40 points. Mr. Skyzy, who's also racing tonight, is in the pits, but he's not doing a lapping so far. Stephen, who's the shock podium getter for 3rd place last week at Brazil. He was really up for it last week. Hopefully this will be the turning point for him, because he's had quite a few rotten seasons, shall we say. But I'm hoping he'll bounce back as quickly as possible here. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session. If you like it so far, please make sure you like and follow the channel there for all the live races of the Invictus Racing League Performance League on the Tuesday nights at 8 PM or just after. What can we say for the drivers so far? What's Tom 44 doing now? He's doing his lapping now. He's on the soft tyres. Now, if you're on the softs, you need to hit the 44s at least. I reckon, yeah. I reckon you need to hit at least 44s. Energy Dan's doing a great job at the minute. Now, he'll be the one to watch as well, because he's in the Merc. I'm waiting for I was waiting for Spud, but unfortunately he had a massive mistake through El Rouge or All Rouge. All Rouge type stuff. But what can Tom 44 do on this situation there? Coming up to the bus stop chicane part now. Now, this is an interesting part here of this frantic... Oh, he's teasing us. He's absolutely teasing us. He was meant to be doing a qualifying lap. But he's saying no. No. I'm just going back into the pits on that one. Stephen will not... Well, he's on the faster ERS mode. As long as you be careful through ERS. I've seen quite a few incidences last night at the No Sis League. So the guys, hopefully, they've watched that race and observed El Rouge to make sure that they're not... There's been a few drivers there who are going side by side through El Rouge. To be fair, though, it is acceptable, but obviously give each other space on that one. You know what I mean? You just got to make sure you get yourself enough space there. We got yellow flags set to 1. We had green flags there just there. So something must happen there just behind Mr. Sky C's point of view here. It could be just like one of the drivers through, possibly. Yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 2. So it could be O'Stephen. It could be O'Stephen. We have to wait and see what happens. But Mr. Sky is second in the Drivers' Championship at the moment here. With 36 points. So he's 4 points behind the leader of Scopefielder. So this is a massive opportunity here for him to get a decent qualifying stuff. We're on 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left of the qualifying so far in this Invictus Racing League, the Performance League. Mr. Scott is still doing his lapping, but I can see a Merc behind, which is probably Energy Dan. It could be the one that he was just laying Mr. Skycy through. We've got SJD, Mike, and Mr. Skycy. I know Stephen will probably go back in. Mr. P doing his driving of the qualifying so far in this race here. But like I said, if you're watching, guys, who do you think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to make a surprise introduction here to try and get some decent laps here? I'd like to see what Mike can do. If he can try and do another lap on the medium tire, that'll be a good time to try and get as close to the 46 as much as possible there. He's only 2/10 off, but it's just interesting to see. But what can Mr. Skycy do? He's on the Williams car. He did get 5th. Pardon me. He did get 5th last week. And he got fifth again. He's got fifth in the qualifying so far. So we've got 8 minutes left. Yellow flag set to 2. There's top 4 drivers are all set for their qualifying laps. To be fair though, this track can be, it's more endurance type stuff. To make sure that you're really up for it here, because obviously, bear in mind though, driving around here, I've never been great. Oh my God, Energy Dan is out of the race. Out of the qualifying here. Don't tell me the two Mercs have gone exactly the same position on Eau Rouge. I'm hoping whoever's closest, I'm hoping Ferocious Dan will try and get closest, but might see some yellow flags at the top. If it is, then that is the same position. Yes, it is. There is yellow flags there. It just turned to green there, so I reckon Energy Dan's done the exact same moment there of what happened there with Spud. So the two Mercs are already out of the race there. Manic stuff here on the Invictus Race League, the Performance League stuff. Mike's moved up to second place, so great, fantastic stuff there from him. Yoss is 4/10 quicker. He could go pole here. Can he get pole? Can he get pole? I'm just going to watch this, pause it, and then go back in to get the actual viewing of the voices and stuff. But what can Yoss do? Oh, Simon's done the fastest lap. Can Yoss do it? Yes, he has! By a 10th! Oh my God, by 700ths of a second there from Yoss. Between Simon thought he just done it, but then Yoss had done it. Sheeby's done 5/10 quicker, but not as quick enough to get into the top 2 as much as possible there. Manic stuff here. Can Ferocious Dan do everything he can to try and get into the top 5 at least here? Oh, this has been an absolute belter of a qualifying here. Oh, me. Oh, excuse me. You might hear some burps or like just pauses on the moment because my voice will be absolutely gone to see what's going to happen next. Oh, Ferocious Dan's teasing us. He's absolutely teasing us. Mr. P won't improve his time here. He won't improve his time. Good evening to everyone that's joining the session. Luke Bailey, no, Luke Bailey won't be improving his lap. Tom 4 has moved up to 6th place, so that's a fantastic qualifying from him so far in this race. He's in the Renault, so the guys who are in like the slower cars, they've got a massive opportunity here against the guys who are on the quicker cars. I mean, so Spud needs to probably start on the hards or probably on the mediums to try and stand any chance, unless I've heard anything about the weather crew. Oh, now this is interesting stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely interesting. Now, I wondered why everyone was going for the softs, majority of the drivers now. However, now I've just been told from the weather crew. The weather crew just said to me that we will have a dry start. But however, because Belgium hits with rain majority of the time, we will have a wet we will have a wet, so it'll be from dry to wet race. So this is what I wanted just before we finish with the break stuff. But if I record it right, we didn't get the first race sorted because we had PSN issues with Austria. So there could be a possibility that there might be a second. Oh, okay. I've just been told more further information about the weather crew. I've just been told that it will be dry to wet, but I've been told that it's going to be dry for the last 3 laps of the race. So, but then it could be, it could be not. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. But I'd like to see what happens here with the situation for the guys here. Would they go on the softs like they have done for the top 12 of the drivers here tonight? But like I said, good evening to Energy Dan, who's just says he's just absolutely fuming at that. He says 3 hours of practice and I do that. You gotta laugh. Be a good set race. It should be a cracking race, but you did a good lap to be fair before you crashed out. Was it El Rouge or Rouge that you got crashed the same as Spud? Hopefully he'll respond to me as quickly as possible. But we're coming up to 3 minutes 15 left. 3 minutes 15 left on the qualifying. Can Dragio try and get nick into the top 5 at the moment here? So Mr. Scorsese is doing his lap. Dragio's doing his lap in now. Oh, he just misses out by a 10th. Dragio just misses out by a 10th here. Energy Dan just answering my question about he got crashed through El Rouge. Erouge. Yeah. It's like saying the Shooting Stars moment with Vic Reeves and Bob Morris, but Errado, El Rouge on that one. But what can Dragio do? Can he try and improve his lap? Or no, he's just trying to save it up. Can Mr. Sky see he's 2 tenths quicker? So at the moment here, he will be 146.3. 146.3. 2 minutes 25 left. Can Mr. Sky see the second place drivers championship at the moment, but he's also 2 times winner from last season. But and I know I keep saying this every time when I'm doing the stream, twice now he's won the 2 titles, but he's only won out of the two seasons, 24 races, he's only won once before this season. He has won again, but interesting stuff here. Can Mr. Scorsese try and ruin Scope's leaderboard at the moment? Because I know Scopefield was really aimed for the Drivers' Championship this season, just take it off Mr. Scorsese for the hat-trick. Could it be Mr. Scorsese's 3rd win of the Performance League, or would Scopefield or anyone else try and stop his tracks here? Mr. Scorsese, and he does a 46.3. That I did say at the start it would have been 46.3, but interesting stuff. Can Sheepy's done a 45.9. He's 5 tenths quicker, but I think he's doing his proper lapping now. He will be doing his lapping. Mike is going to start his lapping now, or is he just starting it up? He's on 0 ERS mode at the moment, but like I said, it's all. I love this track. Watching it, driving around it is just a nightmare for me because I can't get the second sector. I always lose 2 seconds. Always have. Yellow flag sectors 2 and 3. Yellow flag sectors 2 on 3. But like I said, when you hear the streams, when I do the countdown, it's the final countdown. Diddle 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 boom. Time is up. They've stopped the fans at the Crystal Maze, but I'll tell you what, we have stopped the qualifying of the Invictus Racing League. But can we see anyone try and stop Yossi's pole position here? Can Sheepy try and steal? Oh, he's teasing us. He's not doing the lap. He's teasing us. He's going back into the pits. Can Mike do it? Can Mike do it here? He might do it. Oh, he misses out. He gets quicker by 0.003 of a second. Can Zimon? Zimon will be 400 quicker. He's 400 quicker. Can he try and steal Yossi's time here? They're nearly close to each other here. Can Zimon, who's on his debut Performance League battle here. Good evening to everyone that's joined this session here. You've just joined in time for the qualifying of the finale here. The qualifying here. Mike won't improve, Shapey won't improve, Dragio won't improve, Tom 4-4. Looks like he moves up to 4th. Tom 4, he moves up to 4th here. Brilliant stuff. So the 2 Renaults are in the top 4. Fantastic stuff here. Can Simon? Yellow flag set to 3. Can Simon? Oh, Yossi's gone back into the pits, but can Simon try and be the new pole sitter? And he does! What a move! What a pull! Pull! What a lap there from Simon! Oh, Yeah, man, with Simon. Brilliant stuff, absolutely brilliant. Can F1, oh, Mr. P won't improve. I'll tell you what, Simon has just nicked it on the final qualifying lap there. On the nick of time there by 3/10ths of a second there. Fantastic stuff there. Brilliant stuff from Simon on his debut Performance League. What a lap there from him. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. We're just waiting for Luke Bailey to finish off his qualifying lap stuff. But like I said, fantastic stuff. You can't just beat that. Oh, Tom Fulford's just lost his car completely there. Just see what's going to happen here tonight. Can Simon try and hold on here? So we're going to do the actual qualifying session here. I'm hoping Tim will join me soon rather than later. But what a qualifying lap. Be interesting to see. Will we see a new winner tonight? Here are your short qualifying results for the Belgian Grand Prix for the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League. Bye. You got Simon in first on his debut race. You got Jos in second. You got Energy Down in third. Tom 444 in fourth. Mike is in fifth. Sheepy is in sixth. Dre GL, Neo GL is in seventh. Mr. Skyzy is in eighth. Ferocious Dan is in ninth. Mr. P is in 10th. Ton Avalanche, Tell in 11th. Saab is in 12th. SJD is in 13th. Luke Bay is in 14th. O. Stevens in 15th. And Spud is in 16th. But unfortunately, he's the only one out of that crew who's not done a time whatsoever because of his crash at El Rouge or Rouge type stuff. Oh! I thought it was going to be a dry start, so the weather crew have told me lies here. They've told me lies here. So we will have a wet start here. Just checking to see if there's any issues there. Just be right back. Sorry about that, guys. There was some technical issues with the mic again. Just checking to see. Luke Bailey has just started the stuff, so he will get penalised by the admins because he's meant to have let the Spud, unless the Spud did say to start it off at that point. But unfortunately, some of the guys are going to have to get themselves prepped up and ready to go. We've got five viewers at the moment here, so good evening to everyone. I hope you enjoyed the race as well as the qualifying that you've just seen live exclusive. Zimon, Yaman with Zimon. He's on pole position. So fantastic stuff there. We will start with the wets on here. So I've been told that there will be dries at the end. So can the wets can go up to like 10 to 15 laps easily. They can go to 10 to 15 laps easily. If it was inters, I would have said up to about 8 to 10 laps. But with the wets, definitely should hit 10 to 15 laps as long as they're careful with the wet situation there. But like I said, it's just interesting stuff here because with you guys watching this live exclusive, can Simon be the fifth driver to win this season, or would any of the current drivers, which is well, Schofield's not here, Ferocious Dan, it's Mr. Sky Z and Luke Bailey. So Luke Bailey is in 14th. Mr. Sky Z is in 8th. Could have a chance of getting another podium again, as long as he keeps it away from there. And also Ferocious Dan is in 9th. So could be a ding-dong battle between Mr. Sky Z and Ferocious Dan tonight. But I will say to the drivers, if they're listening and live and exclusive, they need to be careful with the main track sections there. Mike has left the session now, so I'm hoping he'll be back in quickly before we start. Just before I do that, I'll just press pause. There we go. We've got the starting grid up here. Good evening to Gareth. How you doing, mate? You're alright. He says it's going to be close into Les Combs, and that spray won't make it easy. You're absolutely right, mate. Like I said, Les Combs, I think that's at turn... Les Combs. Oh yeah, turn 5, turn 6. Turn 5 mainly, after the first sector. into the second one. So they've got to be careful there of the long DRS straight here. So the DRS won't be intact. So they've got to be very strategic, shall we say, with the guys here. I'm hoping Tim will join in during the race. But if not, we'll just have to wait and see what happens here tonight. What do you think, guys? If you're in the comments box, what do you think's going to happen? Do you think there'll be a shock tonight? Do you think Simon will hold on to first? Do you think Jos could be the new winner? Or do you think one of the existing drivers that have won this season could get an opportunity? Mr. Scorsese, Frostad and Luke Bailey. Well, Luke Bailey will probably need to get a massive good start here against the drivers here. So there's been a massive gap there from between... some of the drivers already had disconnected, so they'll try and get back in. So just waiting for some of the drivers to get back into their racing grids now. And we're all set and ready to go for this Invictus Race Leader Performance League. Race 5. Bear in mind, this would have been race 6 because of Austria. At the start of the season, we could not do it on that point. So here we go. Can we see? We're going to wait for the guys to get themselves prepped up and ready to go. Can we get the starting grid to start up now? Here we go. Frostad's left the session. We've got 4 lights, 5 red lights, and we are go, go, go. Can Simon do a good start here? Simon has got a good start. Mr. Scorsese pulls away. Oh, Energy Dan moves up to second place. They've got to be careful here. Try not to do the same as 1998 here. Tim has just joined in the last minute here on the race. We just started there. Oh no, Energy Dan is just a little bit lagged there on the screen there. So, oh no. Energy Dan is in the lead now. Simon's gone back into the lead. Oh my God, we could have a 3. Please be a 3 to bed. We've got 2 in it. We've got nearly a 4 there. 3 to beds. 3 to bed situation there. Brilliant stuff there. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, fantastic stuff there. Absolutely fantastic. Tim, good evening.
How you doing, Mal? Currently trying to load into this lobby here. How's the race been so far? We
just started, mate. You've just started. We had the qualifying. Some of the guys are all just spread out now and a little bit. They're trying to be absolutely careful here on the, as you said, from Gareth there situation there. They've got to be very, very careful because the sprays are not going to help them so much. It's a wet start of the race, but I've been told that there'll be a dry end on the last 3 to 4 laps. We have to wait and see what happens here. But can Dre Gio try? I'm just waiting for Tim to get back into the get into the racing as quickly as possible. If not, I'll have to try and invite him in as quickly as possible. But Simon, who's on his debut race, he's on his debut race tonight, Tim. He's just trying everything he can to hold on to there. Oh my God. Oh, side by side with Mike and Tom Ford there. Frostad drops down to 13th after his disconnection there. Can Tom Ford try and spoil the party here? Frostad has left the session here. I'm hoping Tim will get back into the commentary box as quickly as possible. Jos has got into lead. Jos has just overtook Simon. It won't say yeah, man. It went no, man, with Simon. Oh, can he make the move? Oh no, don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me with a I was going to say don't do this to me with a 2 in a bed through El Rouge here. They've got to be careful here. Oh, Jos is just trying to be absolutely delicate there. But can Simon try and do everything possible here with Jos? Side by side, 2 in a bed at Les Combs. Oh, Jos has made a mistake. But Simon has moved up to first place again. Oh my days, and Mike. Oh no, Mike and Tom 44. A little bit of contact there between Tom 44 and Mike now. But Tom 44 was dropped down. Why even tell? aka Tony Valance, the Valance Scotsman there. Moves up to 4th place there. Gareth says Mike just ran into the back of Energy Dan at turn 1 here. So I believe Energy Dan has got lag issues. That's why, Gareth. He's had a bit of lag issues from the start there. So that could be why Energy Dan's just dropped down from what would have been a podium finish, or podium start, to 7th place. That's what's happened there. Any news on the update so far, Tim? Can you get in, or are you still there? Tim?
I am still here, and Codemasters has decided to give us a very inconvenient update.
Oh, okay.
I, for some reason, do not have enough free space to download. So.
Okay, I'll try and give you the like proper radio commentary type stuff here. But we got the two McLarens here on 9th and 10th respectively here. We've still got Simon and Jos in 1st and 2nd place. The two McLaren boys, can they have a ding-dong battle here through the 3rd sector there? Oh my God, Sheepy's got a little bit wide there, but can Mr. P? Mr. P, I thought he was going to go defensive there. They've got to be absolutely careful there. Mr. P's got a little bit... Oh my God, Sheepy's got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. That is really harsh there from the steward, well, from the race control there, to be fair, because I know he was trying to avoid the... I know Mr. P was a little bit ahead, but... Bear in mind though, he was trying to stop as much as possible there, but unfortunately, because of that, he's got a 10-second penalty there. Mr. Scarcey's got a 5-second penalty for collision there, so something must have happened there. Ferocious Dan, good evening to you. He just says, it's disconnected me at the end of the formation lap, can't get back in car. Oh no, so Ferocious Dan is out of the race already, but can we see some more action going on here? Oh, safety car! We've got a safety car on the Invictus Race Leader Performance League. This is a great opportunity here for the guys who have had a bad start of the race here. So yeah, safety car here for the Performance League. So I'd like to know when that happened. It could be from the incident there. Oh, Mr. Scott has got another 5-second penalty for severe collision with Energy Dan, which doesn't make sense because Energy Dan's behind. So they're all going to try and warm up here, but they've got to be careful here because this is some madness stuff here. Oh, well, Stephen, where's Sab? Where's Sab? Oh, Stephen. Frustan is out there. He's out of the race. Frustan is out of the race. You probably think his car's still there, but he's not. He can't get back in after this disconnection from the formation lap. Boy. The rain is absolutely terrible around here. Tim, unfortunately, has been left the commentary box. He's just going to update the update of the F1 game. That's why he can't get back into the game as quickly as possible. So Energy Dan, so unfortunately, I think the penalty would be taken off from Mr. Scorsese at least, or anyone connected with Energy Dan's connection, because Energy Dan looks like he's jumping from left, right and centre here. So there is an issue with Energy Dan on the lag here, so that will have to be reviewed after tonight's race, as you can see just there. So... But like I said, we've still got the safety car. If you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, brilliant qualifying lap from Simon, but also we had a great battle there between Simon and Jos. So Jos was in the lead at one point, then he went back to Simon. Simon on his debut race of the Performance League. So interesting stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, you need that drink now and again. But like I said, just waiting to see what's going to happen here tonight with the safety car. Can Simon will need to think about what to do here against Jos. The guys need to loose the ERS mode as quickly as possible here. But like I said, we're just waiting to see when the safety car's going to come in. Now, normally with the safety cars in the 50% races, they're normally coming between 2 and 4 laps. So they've got to be careful here because we've already done 2 laps normal, but then we've just had 2 laps. Just waiting to see if Mr. Scorsese, bear in mind Mr. Scorsese will have 10 seconds removed after what happened tonight. I will get that clarified. I know I'd say it from the horse's mouth, from myself, but like I said, I'm guessing it would guarantee that it would be 10 seconds away from Mr. Scorsese because of the incident between himself and Energy Dan during the safety car. incident stuff. So unfortunately, I've just been told that Tim cannot get carry on with the commentary box because he's just having issues with downloading the update. So I'm hoping he'll bounce back. I'm hoping he'll be back next week for the for that one anyway. I'm hoping for the next week. I'm guessing that we're going to have the race 1 of Austria, which we couldn't do 5 weeks ago, sorry, because of issues with PSN. So safety car is still out there. So at the moment here, Simon is in first place. You got Jos is in second place. Safety car's in this lap. I did say between 2 and 4 laps normally with the safety car. So Simon will have to bunch up the cars. Mike's got a 5-second penalty for severe collision with Jos. So because of that, he's lost a bit of his front wing. Sheepy's got a 5-second penalty for severe collision with Dre Gio now. So, madness stuff here. Can Simon try and get pulled away as quickly as possible here? So, here we go. We'll be flying off and starting now for the rerun. Oh, Stephen's got a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. It might be the same as what happened with Sheepy earlier on. Simon has gone a little bit wide there, but can Jos try and get back into it now? We've got quite a few battles there. I will try and give everyone TV time for their sponsorships, shall we say. Good evening to everyone that's joining the session. Lap 5 of 22. We've just had the safety car. Jos is just trying to get ease. Tom Avalanche could have a chance on Mike now. Mike's lost a bit of his front wing because of hitting the back of Jos's car now. Just see what happens here. Can Waventail's doing a brilliant job here. Mike will be a sitting duck here because he's got about 3 cars behind him, all waiting to be pounced at the moment here. But can Tom Avalanche try and go for the overtake? No. Tom 404 needs to do something here. Oh, Stephen, SJD's dropped down to 14th place, so something must happen there. Oh, it's dropped down to 16th place now, so something must happen there from SJD. Gareth says people not paying attention and colliding. Simon backed everyone up. Yeah, that is very true there. Absolutely true. If you're not paying attention, you will lose out so much time. Yeah, Gareth said that 10-second pen at the bus stop chicane is ridiculous. Never been patched out of the game. Yeah, madness stuff, whatever happens here. But can't Avalanche try and get closer? We could have a 4-car situation here. Tom 404 is going for the inside. Oh, what a move! What a move there from Tom 444. Fantastic stuff there. Tom Avalanche did not even see that coming. But can Tom 444 try and do everything he can to try and close in on Mike now? Will he try and get on the bus stop chicane? No, don't. Oh no, he hit the back of Mike. So he's lost a bit of his front wing damage there. Oh, a little bit of contact there between Mr. Scotty and Tom 444. Mike had to go back in as Tom 444 lost so much of his front wing. He's lost a bit of his left-hand wing. So Spud's got a 10-second time penalty now for exceeding track limits. This race, it will go down on penalties. Whatever happens here tonight, this will go down on penalties. Now, if I remember it right, Mr. Scotty's got 10 seconds worth of penalties. Simon! Oh no! Simon's lost it at El Rouge. He would have been. He's got to be careful here. Oh my God! He's got to be very careful here. That is really dangerous stuff there. Mr. Skycy could have a chance on the 2 in a bench situation here for 3rd place here. No, needs to try to do everything possible here for 3rd place. Oh, I love this helicopter view. Brilliant stuff. Simons went from a podium position to 10th place in a matter of... Oh my God, what's happened there? Bit ding-dong bar there between Simon, Stephen and F1 Mr. P. I bet these 3 have a ding-dong battle here. Oh no, who's that? Stephen. Oh my God, who's that? Luke Bailey. Can he try? And man the moves. SJD. We've got 3-car battle here. We've got another 3-car battle ahead. But can... Oh, don't do this to me. Oh, my God. That could have been nasty stuff there between Luke Bailey and SJD. But the two Haas cars, it could have been a Grosjean Magnussen type stuff, if you all remember it, back in the first race of the season at the Australian Grand Prix. But also we got the Belgian Grand Prix, the real-life one of the real-life F1 back from the summer break this weekend. So I can't wait for that frantic stuff there. Can Mr. Sky see can have a chance on Tom 404? No. Saab. Sorry. There. Couldn't say that anymore. Saab, where is it? Saab's moved up to 7th place. So that's a good move there from Saab. Brilliant stuff there, recovered there. Gareth says Saab quietly making good progress and up to 7th place. Fantastic stuff there. Time avalanche to 2 minutes 4.7. So we've got a 2-car barrier. Oh, Stephen loses out. Mr. P. I'm sorry about the job there. Oh my God, 2 in a bit. Oh, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me at El Rouge. No, no, don't do this to me. Please. They're being absolutely cautious there at El Rouge. They're absolutely cautious there. Absolutely cautious. But can Mr. Scorsese have a chance now for the 3rd place here? So Spud's retired. Oh no! Luke Bay's got a 5-second collision with Spud here. What has happened to Spud? Don't tell me he's hit El Rouge again. Virtual safety car now. We did not have a safety car during the race, during the season, and now we've got 2 safety cars, the normal one and the virtual one, in a matter of few laps here. This could be the longest race tonight, but we've got a virtual safety car. We're going to try and go back to Ferocious Dan. Can Ferocious Dan try and pounce on Luke Bailey here on 12th place? I'm just going to watch it from his point of view here, because they've got to be careful here, because they don't want to speed up too much because of the, obviously, get penalties galore here. We're on lap 722 of the Invictus Leader Performance League. We're back live and exclusive here. Mr. Scorsese. Mr. Scorsese having a chance now on Tom 404 on the last few corners there before the end of the 2nd sector into the 3rd one now. Jos is pulling away from Ton Avalanche. Slow, well, he was slowly there, but Ton Avalanche did say before we started this was his favourite track. He did win it last season at the Belgian Grand Prix. But for now, be interested to see if he can try and replicate that again against Jos, who could not make it in the last few races due to holiday stuff. So this will be a nice present back for Jos to get back into the podium stuff as well as winning ways and stuff. But can Mr. Scorsese, who's at the 2nd place Drivers' Championship, Dre Gio's got, or Neo Gio's got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting there. Saab's moved up to 6th place here. The 2 Red Bulls to give the wings. Oh my days. Can Saab... Oh, a little bit of contact there between Dre Gio and Saab there. So Zimon. Just see what happens here. Oh, El Rouge! Trying to be absolutely delicate here. Just look, going back to Ton Avalanche. Can he try and be closer? No, he won't. Can Simon try and close in on Dre Gio for 7th place here? Could he make the move? Oh, it looked like he could make the move there. Could have been a belter if he could do it there. You don't know whether you want to risk it for a biscuit there, Sunshines. Yeah, sorry Dan, I keep forgetting. I saw the battle there, it was getting close, but that's why I was there, you know me, I keep forgetting that for so sorry Dan. But like I said, looking at the battles here, we've got a couple of battles going on here. We've got Jos and Ton Avalanche under a second there. We've got Tom 4-4 and Mr. Scorsese in the top 4. And then also we've got Energy Dan and Saab. Saab's doing a quiet race here, but also he's pulling away from all the other drivers here. He really is up for it tonight. I don't want to jinx it. I really, really do not want to jinx it for Saab, but he is doing a grand job there. Dre Gio looks like he's made a mistake against O'Stephen. Or he's made a massive mistake there. He's dropped down to 10th place, but he's had yellow flag sector 2. We're on lap 8. We've got 14 laps. 14 laps remaining. Can we see... Oh, I'm going to see this barrier. Oh, Saab and Energy Dan. Can Saab try and get past Energy Dan as quickly as possible here? Will there be... I'm hoping there'll be no issues here. And I'm a bit worried for Saab here. Oh, Energy Dan is going to the pits, so that'll be more of a relief for Saab to get past as much as possible here. So, but Zimmer will be one to watch as well because he is right at the back of Saab. Luke Bailey's got a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Now, if you've seen the 10-second time penalty, it's because they're cutting the last corner, which is a bit... that is really harsh, considering they've not had any warnings at all. No warnings at all. Ton Avalanche could have a close look at Les Combs on that one. No, he could have had a chance there, but can Mr. Scorsese try a chance? No. Can Zimon try and close in on Saab now? Saab's doing a brilliant race. Let me have a look at the situation in position changes. Ton Avalanche is the biggest mover, so he'll be at my automatic drive of the day if it stays like this. The top 6 plus O'Steven plus, well, Ferocious Dan's not there, but for O'Steven plus top 6 have not done a pit stop whatsoever. Well, not yet anyway. But interesting stuff here. It's still wet conditions. Whatever happens, it's still wet conditions. But do you guys agree? Do you think it looks like in the next few laps we could see intermediate tyres? Do you reckon? I reckon on lap 12 to 14 we might see intermediate tyres before we kick into the dries as quickly as possible there. We're on lap 9:22 of the Invictus Racing League, the Performance League. Jos is doing a brilliant job here at holding on for first place, but Ton Avalanche wants to win his second race in a row at not from this season, but second race at Belgium in a row, like from last season to this season. Can he make it double at Belgium? He loves the track so much. Both Jos and Ton Avalanche have both pitted. So to me that looks like that. I think that could be intermediate tyres. Or they could go for the wets again. What do you think, guys? Do you think there'll be wets or do you think there'll be inters? So the top 6 have pitted now. Or will be pitting. Well, who would gamble? So Ton Avalanche and Jos have gone for the intermediates. Same with Tom 404, have gone for the intermediate tyres. So Mr. P just got ahead of Ton Avalanche. But Mr. P is going to try and get these wet tyres all the way to the end. Now this will be an interesting stuff here. They're going to be absolutely lift off a little bit. Not too much, obviously. But Ton Avalanche. Would this be a stroke of genius? Oh, could be a 2 in a bit. Could be a 2 in a bit situation here. Oh, he couldn't do it. He could not do it there. So to me, it looks like intermediate tyres. Oh, Ton Avalanche thought he had saw the gap there, but Mr. P is holding on for second place here. Absolutely madness stuff here. Mr. P looks like he's struggling with the wet tyres here at the moment here. Hopefully he'll bounce back. But can Ton Avalanche looks like the intermediate tyres are more the better tyre now, considering he's getting closer. But Jos has done a great move there because he just got ahead of Mr. P and he's pulling away from Mr. P by a tenth. Oh my God! Mr. P lost the back end there. And has he lost a bit of his swing wing as well? Yes, he has. He's lost a bit of his swing wing on the left-hand side there. So Ton Avalanche, aka Wavens out, will have to put his skates on now to try and catch up what would have been closer to him by 5/10. It's now a 2.4 second gap there. So can Simon try and close in on Energy Dan for 7th place? Mad stuff here. Just be right back, guys. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologise, guys. But you're thinking what's happened with the comments, the commentary box. I do apologise. Oh, okay. I'd like to say thanks to Gareth for watching that bit that was stuck with Simon and Gio. So it says nothing from Mr. P. He wasn't in the right for the lead and was all over the track trying to keep time behind. Incident between Simon and Gio as Stavelot both spun and pitted for new wings. Oh, okay. Cheers for that, Gareth. I'll have to look at that in more detail afterwards. But like I said, I do apologise for the guys who have just missed my commentary. My stomach was playing up left, right and centre here, so I've just tried to get back as quickly as possible. Gareth says Energy Dan only want to pit and gone for the wets as well, but he's gone back for the inters now, I think. Yeah, he's gone for the inter tyres now. So, if you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, we've got lap 12 of 22. Jos is still in the lead with first. Ton Avalanche would have been 5 tenths, but he had a battle with Mr. P for second place before he had to change to his from wets to inters as well. But let's see if Mr. P can try and battle to get into the top 6 against Luke Bailey, who's 24 seconds behind Mr. Sky C for 5th place. So bear in mind though, so something must happen there between Luke Bailey and the gap there. Jos has got the quickest time at the moment. No, Tana Balaj has got the quickest lap at the moment with a 2 minutes flat, 2 minutes 0.6 of a second. So, can Jos hold on to win on his return back into the racing, or do you think Tana Avalanche Waventel's not won a race yet. He's not won a race. He's got 3 podiums so far, and did not finish as well. Oh, can he try it, Mr. P? Can he try and make the move there? Luke Bailey's already on the racing line there. Luke Bailey is trying to give some space there, but like I said, 2 teammates of the Performance League as well. But I know they don't want to balance out too much there or waste any time there. So strategic call there from the 2 guys of the teams there to see what's going to happen next. But so far, the only battle there would have been Luke Bailey and Mr. P. But here's an interesting one here, Gareth, and the guys who are also on the lap stuff anyway. Now the track is, the rain is slowly stopping. The rain is slowly stopping. Now, what lap do you think? I did say 3 laps from the end that we will have the drives. Sab's looking good for a podium. He absolutely write that down because Sab's doing a brilliant drive here. And let me have a look again of the position change. Yeah, Tana Avalanche and Sab both on the same position moves. If Sab could get ahead of Tana Avalanche, that'll be a good move. Tana Avalanche has done an even quicker time now from Yossi's with a 2 minutes. I think that was a few hundredths of a second quicker. But wherever it's like wherever I say, it's like about the bad on that one. But we got Tana Avalanche trying to close in on 1.4 seconds now after he lost out a bit of the time between himself and Mr. P on that barrel there. So unfortunately everyone's all spread out now because of the barrels there, because everyone's all pitted. But when do you think they're going to pit in for the drives? Because the track's not, at the moment, the track is not, it's still raining obviously, but the track is not dry enough. I reckon, well, I've been told there's going to be 3 laps left. Sheepy, the only 2 drivers who are out of the race already are Sheepy and Sir Spud, with both DNFs during the race tonight. We've got 14 drivers remaining. Can we see any more shocks along the way here? We've got Simon, who's going to try and close in on Energy Dan for 11th place. Simon has gone the even quicker lap. He won't get the quicker time, well, quicker point, fastest lap points, because he's not in the top 10. So he might have to be careful here. But Dan's right here. DRS is enabled. Right, now we've got 8 laps remaining. If race control are saying that the DRS is now enabled, who's going to gamble for the dries? Who's going to gamble to risk it for a biscuit here, for probably the soft tyres, or maybe the super softs to last the remaining of the 8 laps here? Now bear that in mind, the tyre wear is not great when it's on the dries as well, but if they go for the hard tyres or the medium tyres, so that will be the best bet, because obviously the track is still wet, it's still cold, so he won't. Tony Blanche just gambled. Will he take the gamble of the dries? Will he take the gamble of the dries? I'm going to go back to the SJD, closing in with old Stephen now. But I'm watching it from that point of view. Can top of all 4? Tony Blanche is going for the softs. Tony Blanche is going for the softs. Gareth saying you have to pit now because you'll be too slow to stay out, which could be a possibility. Tom 404 has gone for the medium tyres. Tom Avalanche has gone for the soft tyres. That is bold move from Tom Avalanche. Can he try and do 7 laps? Bear in mind though, it would be colder. So the 2 drivers who are having a ding-dong battle here, oh Stephen and SJD, they will be pitted. So unfortunately, Jos and Sab are still out. So Simon will have to pit. Engidan will have to pit. Same with Mike and Dre Gio as well. They would have to pit, but it'll be gutting for Jos and Sab if they need to pull away. Well, Sab's doing a brilliant job. Whatever happens here, Sab's doing a fantastic job here. I'd like to see the gap between Tony Avalanche and Sab. Now, would this be Soft's biggest gamble here, or would the medium should have been the safest bet? Tom 404, Mr. Sky have gone for the medium tyres because they thought that even though it may be quicker on the wet conditions, but it's still cold, so they need to try and keep that going as much as possible here. So at the moment here, Ton Avalanche is 2 seconds quicker. He can see Sab ahead. Sab is struggling with the intermediate tyres. I'm hoping he'll bounce back here. Jos is pitted. Jos is pitted. Ton Avalanche could be making the biggest move ever. The old undercut switcheroo here at the pit stops. So Sab will have to pit, but Ton Avalanche will move up to 2nd place. But where's Jos? Jos has just gone into the pits. Where's Ton? Ton is coming up to the last corner. Where's Jos? Can Jos? Ton is in the lead. Ton is in the lead. Where's Sab? Yellow flag sectors 1 and 2. So Sab drops down to 4th now. Yellow flag sectors 1 and 2 at the minute here. This is an absolute belt of a race here. Ton Avalanche could be winning his first ever race this season, but could be his 2nd win on the bounce at Belgium, his favourite track of them all. But can he try and hold on? Zimon, Yamon, trying to close in on the ghost car of Ferocious Dan. In 10th place here. Sorry about the jumping, guys. I'm just trying to see what's going to happen here. Let me go through all the drivers here, because there's quite a few gaps there, except for Zimon and Ferocious Dan, because Zimon will overtake Ferocious Dan in 10th place. So he will get the point, whatever happens here. Mr. P's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He didn't want that at all. He did not want that at all. Mike is pitted now for would be the dry tyres now. So Mike, who would have had a great race, he's just having a terrible Belgian Grand Prix. I'm hoping he'll try and get rid of this by tomorrow because of the the F3 League tomorrow night. But like I said, we're on lap 16-22 on the Invictus the Performance League. Who's been your driver of the day so far? Who's been your driver of the day at this fantastic race at the Invictus the Performance League? Would Tyrone Avalanche will be your biggest mover? To me, I think, well, we got 3 drivers, well, 4 drivers, you would agree. Tyrone Avalanche has got the fastest lap of the race with 1:54.7. So he's pulling away from Jos as much as possible here. Jos is losing a 10th here, 10th there, 10th everywhere, shall we say. Tom 44 is doing a brilliant job here to get into the podium stuff here. But, however, I wonder if he's got any penalties here. I wonder if he's got any penalties. But bear in mind, there's quite a few drivers who've had penalties left, right and centre here. It will be determined by penalties, but I think that for the guys, Saab's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Didn't want that at all. He did not want that at all. Mr. P's got the fastest lap of the race now with a 1:54.2. A 1:54.2. Dre Gio, Neo Gio has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Didn't want that at all. He did not want that at all. STD's got the fastest lap of the race with 1:53.8. I expect I was expecting a multiple warning situation, but Zimon's got the fastest lap of the race now with a 1:52.9 on the medium tyre. That is a cracker of a lap there from Zimon. Yamon with Zimon. Interesting stuff here. I'd like to see if Jos can try and close in on Tyrone Avalanche now. Compared to the ERS modes, Tyrone Avalanche, aka Waving Tail, he's got less ERS mode, as in less percentage, whereas Jos has got a little bit more than Ton. But we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But Drady has done the fastest lap with 1:52.6. But Jos could be the fastest lap of the race here because he's trying ever so close. So Tyrone Avalanche done 1:52.2. However, Jos, as I said, he would have had the fastest lap of the race with 1:51.6. It's raining fastest laps here. It's raining fastest laps because it's dry conditions now. With 4 laps remaining. Yellow flag set to 2. Yellow flag set to 2. Saab's on the fastest lap of the race now with a 1:50.6 now. So we could have 2 car battles soon. Yellow flag set to 2 again. What's happening between Luke Bailey and Ferocious Dan? Could be an issue from Luke Bailey. Yellow flag set to 2 and 3. In this situation here. Can Jos try and win his first ever race? Can Tyrone Avalanche win his first race of the season? But second win of the bounce from last season of the Belgian Grand Prix. It would be a fantastic achievement there, considering he's on a podium galore, except for last week where he had a DNF. I think he would have had a podium galore. But like I said, I would have loved to have seen someone win a title without winning a race, like what Mr. Skyc did 2 seasons ago. But it'll be very, very interesting stuff here. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session. If you like what you've seen, please make sure you follow and subscribe to the channel. It'll be a massive help. If you've got any, where I say bits, as in like if you want to put any credits in or anything like that to help me out for the streams, for the live streams, would be fantastic stuff for the near future. We got Mike got the fastest lap of the race with a 1:49.7. So he's trying everything he can to get past Luke Bailey, who's in the pits already. So Sheepy's left the session. Well, like I said, Sheepy and Spud will be absolutely livid with tonight. So hopefully they'll bounce back in the equal leagues tomorrow. I'm hoping they do anyway. But Jos is really going for it now. He really was at the back of Tyrone Avalanche now. But Tyrone Avalanche has got less percentage of the ERS compared to Jos here. They've got to be careful here through El Rouge. This is manic stuff here. 1.1 seconds on lap 19.22. Alright guys, if you're in the comments box, do you think Jos can win it, or do you think Tyrone Avalanche will win it? Or do you think there will be a shock battle coming up soon? What's your thoughts, guys? Who do you think is going to win? It's going to be tough here because Tyrone Avalanche has done a brilliant job. Saab, for me, has done a brilliant job. After what happened last week, Mike's got the fastest lap of the race, but he won't have the fastest lap points because he's not in the top 10 at the moment here, but he will lose out. But yeah, Tyrone Avalanche, Stephen and Saab would be in my top 3 for the drivers of the day. But Jos Like I said, coming back would be fantastic. Energy Dance not the fastest lap of the race for 1:48.9. So this will be interesting stuff here because I know Scottie's got 10 seconds with the penalties. Quite a few drivers have got 10 seconds with the penalties. Luke Bailey's got a 5-second penalty. Oh, what a move! What a move from Jos! Jos has played the ERS game here. He's trying to save fuel here. He's trying to save the ERS mode here. Tony Balaj. He's trying to think alike here. But he doesn't want to pull away too far ahead because this will be, oh my days, this is going to be an absolute belter of a race here. Luke Bailey's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Didn't want that at all. Didn't want that at all. Saab could be going into the podium stuff. He can try and get close into Tom 44, who did a brilliant race so far. Can Tony Balaj closing in on Jos now? Oh, both on 4RS! Oh, he's going for it! Oh, he nearly done it there! He nearly done it there, but he didn't want to risk it for a biscuit there. Still watching this battle. Still watching this battle here. Can Tony Balaj? Tony Balaj needs to save that ERS. Mr. P's got the fastest lap of the race for 1:48.5. So he will get the fastest lap point if it stays like this. So as things stand here, Jos is in the lead with first. Tony Balaj closing in on the first place here, in second place. Tom 44 is in third, but he could battle out against Saab on the last two laps of this frantic battle here between the top four drivers. It's been a brilliant drive, absolutely brilliant drive here. I don't know about you guys, but who's been your driver of the day? Because I'd like to hear your thoughts here. Who's been your driver of the day? So far, Jos. He started off in second place, I believe. Just double check. Yes, so he started off in second place, so he moved up one. But Tony Balaj, 9 places. Saab moves up 8 places. I know Stephen moves up 8 places. But Stephen did have a brilliant podium stuff last week, and he did it again at the F3 League on Wednesday nights on last week. So that was a brilliant drive from him. Tony Balaj made a little bit of mistake on the corner there, so he might lose out a bit here. But can he try and close in now? Needs to do something here. Got to be absolutely delicate here. Chance now. Oh, I think Jos could hold on here. Where's Saab? Saab's chance for podium stuff here. Can he do it against Tom 44, who did a magnificent battle here to hold on to third place here? But can Saab try and hold on here? Oh, can he make the move? Oh no, he can't make the move here. But can Saab try? He needs something here. He needs to try and make the move here as quickly as possible here. We've got a couple of battles going on. We've got Moy closing on Ferocious. We've got Tony Balaj and Jos, and also Saab and Tom 44 for the battles here. The top, it's absolutely beautiful now, Belgium. Now, after that frantic wet race start, you never even believe it since the start of the race. But like I said, I do apologise between laps 10 and 12 for the no commentary because my stomach was just completely messed up. So that's why I'll just try and get back in. Zimon's trying to close it on SJD. Draghi has got another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I'm just wanting this battle here between Saab and Tom 44. But Zimon on his debut race. Trying to close in on SJD for 8th place now. Oh my god, Tom 44 jumped a bit there. That'll be on the back of that would be the back of Saab's mind here to try and make this move as quickly as possible on the DRS straight here. Tony Balaj just got 3-second top out of all multiple warnings. He did not want that on the last lap. So it'll be last lap galore here. Can Tony Balaj try and do everything he can? No, he can't. So all Jos has to do now is just get ahead of Ton Avalanche, or stay within 3 seconds as long as he doesn't get a penalty from now. But can Sab's chance for a podium? Oh, he makes the move! And he does it! Oh, what a move from Sab! Fantastic stuff there from Sab. He needed that. He really needed that. As long as he doesn't make a mistake now. He does not want to make a mistake at this point now, on the last lap. But Tom 44 will not give up here. I'm not doing the recast this song. Never gonna give you all, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and chase you. With Energy Down did a 1:48.2, so Energy Down would still have the fastest lap of the race. Zimon, Yamon, and he moves up to 8th place with the DRS straight now, so that's a fantastic move there. Can Tom 44, Ton Avalanche. So Jos, on his return back into the Performance League, he'll be absolutely delighted. So well done to Jos, who's just won the Belgian Grand Prix for the Performance League. Brilliant stuff. Luke Bailey's got a 3 second time bounty on multiple warnings, but Sab does not want another penalty here now. It's going to be absolutely delicate here. Tom 44 thought he had the gamble here, but can Sab hold on for third? Oh, Sab's dropped down. Sab's dropped down. So Tom 44 would have the podium. I wonder if that's because of the 3 second penalty here of the corner cut from Sab. Oh, I'll be gutting if that did happen there, as in he had it earlier on in the race. But well done to Mr. Scorsese for finishing 5th, so he will extend his Drivers' Championship at the moment, I believe, unless Waving Tail 12:45 6. Yeah, actually, Waving Tail will be the new leader of the Drivers' Championship because he finished in 2nd place and Mr. Scorsese finished in 5th place. This was Mr. Scorsese's opportunity here to get ahead of Scope Further, but Ton Avalanche has driven a magnificent race here tonight. Well done to Zimon for finishing 7th place. On his debut race, he finished in 1st. I'll just check the positions. But yeah, Ton Avalanche. Oh God. Ton Avalanche. Yeah, Ton Avalanche. Luke Bay's got 5 second unserved penalty here. Saab says, like a Star Wars moment with Chewbacca moment there. Saab did a brilliant job after what happened last week. He did a brilliant job, Saab. Brilliant stuff there. Well done to Jos. Well done to also Ton Avalanche for finishing 2nd place, and well done to Tom 44 for finishing in 3rd place here. But like I said, some of the drivers who've had 10 seconds worth of penalties, but we'll do the standings quickly anyway. Saab says 1-time penalty. I know that cost you big time there, but I'm hoping that this was the catalyst now to see you get back into the podium stuff next week, whatever happens here. But here are your race classification for the Belgian Grand Prix for the Invictus Race League, the Performance League. You got Jos in 1st, you got Ton Avalanche in 2nd place, you got Tom 44 in 3rd, Saab is in 4th, gutting because he did a magnificent race, same with Ton Avalanche. Mr. Scorsese in 5th, Mr. P in 6th, Zimon in 7th, SJD in 8th, Stephen in 9th, Energy Dan 10th, Mike in 11th, Brushstan left in 12th, Dre Geo in 13th, Luke Bailey 14th, Sheepy and Sir Spud have all had DNFs. I'll try and do this as quickly as possible. 3, 2, just in time by a second, just to get the standings and the penalties as quickly as possible. But I will invite Jos, Ton Avalanche and also Tom 44 if they've got their mics with them tonight. So I will invite them in just to see what they're going to do, what they're going to say. So Jos, just going to invite them in. So bear with me a sec, guys. Turn Avalanche. So I'm just waiting for some of the drivers to come in now. I will invite Tom44. I'm gutted that Carrot Soup, who normally watches when Tom44 joins in the session, I'm hoping that he'll see this race and look at it. But Sab says, glad my teammate got third though, congrats podium, so well done for that one. So I'm just waiting for Tom44 to join in before we start. But for the guys who are in the chat, as in the comments box, if you've got any questions for the guys, for Jos, for Time Avalanche, or for Tom44, please send them in as quickly as possible before we finish tonight's race. I will try and invite the guys in. I know 2 of the drivers are already in. I'll just double check if Tom44 gets in. No, he's not in already. I will invite him in again. Just try and invite him in. So just patience, guys. So while Time Avalanche and Jos are waiting for Tom44 to join in, can you please make sure you got your loud voices to be shared by using the party settings? Good time in there, Tom44. Please make sure you got your loud voice to be shared through the party settings. If you don't know where that is, go to the party, go to the settings, and check that where it says allow voice to be shared. Make sure it says always allow before we kick off. So waiting for the guys to get themselves set up and prepped up and ready to go. I'll be speaking to Jos, I'll be speaking to Time Avalanche, and I'll be speaking to Tom44 for their brilliant podium battles there tonight. So that'll be a brilliant, interesting story to hear for the guys here tonight, but also to hear their thoughts of which could be next week's race of Austria from the rerun of, well, it's not a rerun, sorry, it's like a moved race of race 1 from because of the PSN issues, so it could be there next week, but we'll get that confirmed whatever happens. But if not, I'll just say what happens on your next break and stuff. But guys, are you all set, ready to go?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice one. So I'll be speaking to Jos, and then I'll be speaking to Time Avalanche, and then I'll also speak to Tom44 for their questions. Jos, how you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All fine? All good? How does it feel to come back and win the race at Belgium tonight?
Yeah, it feels great. It's a long time since I've won a race.
It felt relieved for you, mate, after I know you was away for 2 weeks and you had a second at France. That was your only points before obviously the did not start at Monaco. But do you think now this is your best chance to try and catch up to the leaders, or try and get top 5 at least in the Drivers' Championship after this great battle here tonight?
Yeah, for sure. The 2 guys off the who are leading the standings are one is not here and one has not a good result, I think. I don't know where Skyzy finished, but I think I made some good points and I'm catching the guys ahead again.
Yeah, I mean, you've got, like I say, your first win, so that will take you to 27 points. Obviously, Mr. Skyzy has got 42 points, so it's still 16 points behind Mr. Skyzy in the Drivers' Championship. That's just before, obviously, that might change because of the issues with the penalty system on some of the corners here tonight. But with your driving tonight, how does it feel battling out against Time Avalanche? I will say the same question to Ton when I get to him in a minute. But for your side, Jos, how did it feel battling out between yourself and Ton throughout that battle at Belgium tonight?
Yeah, it was a good battle. He was way faster than me in the wet, and once it dried up, I think I had a decent pace, and I don't know what his wings were, because the top speed of the car wasn't that good. He wasn't catching me on the camel straight with DRS and slipstream, and I was like way faster than him when I was behind him in Blanchimont.
Yeah, well, like I said, you was getting quicker and quicker, and then at one point, I thought you nearly lost out on your first win this season. But whatever happens tonight, Jos, you are the fifth winner of this brilliant season. How does it feel to be the fifth winner tonight on that one?
Yeah, it feels good. I think it was last season that we had a lot of different winners throughout the season, and it feels good to do it again.
Yeah, like I said, the record is 11. Well, consecutively it's 10, but 11 different winners on the same season, obviously. But unfortunately, Delange won it twice at that one point, which broken the record. But like I said, it was manic stuff there from yourself, Jos, and I bet it's good to be back from holiday. I bet you don't want to go back on holiday now to win more races now, do you? On that one.
No, it feels good.
It feels good. But like I said, at the first time I'm going to do this, I'll do this at the same time, because I know some of you guys might need to shoot off straight away. But if next week is going to happen for Austria, unless there's something changes, but if we do Austria next week for yourself, what do you think is going to happen? What's your expectations for next week, in your personal opinion?
Depends on the weather and like all the guys who are starting the race. There are some quicker guys who might join, like Scope, and maybe Skyzy can catch up with us. And we need to wait on the allocations as well.
Yeah, but like I said, it was as you said, there's always different circumstances. If it is at Austria next week, or it could be 2 weeks away for the Australia, we'll have to wait and confirm. But I think more than likely we will get the proper run back from Austria, just to catch up with the racing stuff anyway. But yeah, brilliant race tonight from yourself, Jos. I think that was your best performance that I've seen you for a very, very long time for yourself. But yourself, your battle against Ton, for me, was like a top-notch battle. Obviously, Tom 44 and Sab, which I'll come to later, that was another great battle as well. But for you two, battling out for the top two was just a manic stuff there. So well done for tonight, Jos, and I'm sure you'll be trying slowly slowly catching up to the drivers in the top four, at least in the drivers championship this season. So well done for tonight, Jos. Brilliant drive from you.
Yeah, thank you.
You can stay or you can shoot off. It's up to you, mate. No rush. All right.
Yeah.
Ton, how you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm doing alright. Pretty tired after that race.
Pretty tired. I bet you was gutted about that, because that could have been your second win in a row, obviously, of Belgium's Grand Prix. But what happened?
Yeah. Oh, well, obviously I was the fastest car there when it was in the wet, but I just didn't have the pace once it dried up. I mean, didn't have the pace in qualifying either, but that's probably because I went for a wet setup.
Yeah. Did you feel gutted about that, or did you feel like you should have had the wets a bit more longer than expected?
I wish that the rain lasted longer, but I can't complain about coming second.
Yeah, because it looked like that he was on course to becoming a really quick driver and stuff, as always. Anyway, but looking at it, I thought he was going to hold on for first. But tell us about, in your own words. I've said it to Jos now, but what's your thoughts of the battle between yourself and Jos tonight?
Yeah, it was a good battle. I just getting towards the last few laps, when Jos caught right up at the back of me, I thought that I'd try and play it strategically and let him through and try and get back past some Flutcham and DRS, but that obviously didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. But
yeah,
oh well, second place is good enough.
yeah,
Shoes has still got me the lead of the championship again, so.
yeah. But don't get me wrong, Ton. I think you're the new leader of the Drivers' Championship, if I remembered it right. Yes, I think you are the new leader. I think you got 45 points anyway. Scope wasn't there, so he'd still be on 40 points. Sky C, depending on the points. At the moment, obviously tonight would be 6, but that could change depending on the 10-second penalty between himself and Energy Dan. But so at the moment, as of now, before the steward inquiries, you are the new Drivers' Championship leader. So how does that feel before, which would have been the break, but before next week's race of Austria, which could be more than likely, it could happen? How does it feel?
Doesn't really matter who's leading the championship right now.
Oof.
So half the season to go.
Yeah, but can you hold there? That's the question though. Can you try and hold there now?
I'll do my best.
You do your best. Fair dues, fair dues. And that's why I called you the Flying Scotsman on that one, mate, because you just flied off in the wets. Brilliant drive, whatever happens there. And Block said you did a brilliant drive to recover it. I was gutted because you did driven a magnificent race, and I thought you just missed out on the straight against Jos, because I see you two having a big ding-dong battle between yourself and Jos with the ERS modes. Did you feel like you should have gone for the dry setup? I know it was wet for about 3/4 of it, or about over a half to 3/4 of the race, but did you feel like you should have gone for the dry setup more so?
No, I think I made the right call.
You think you made the right call? Fair dues.
It cost me a bit on the straights, but other than that, I think the positions that I made up in the wet, I wouldn't have been able to on the other setup.
Fair enough. The reason why I was asking, because I don't know if you would have been close to him, to Josh, to try and close up. You know, it would have been an even closer fight. But I noticed that you, like I said, Mr. P come out, was in the wets at the time. I think you were just coming out for the inters. Did that cost you a lot of time when Mr. P was stayed on the wets and you went out, just got out, and you just missed out getting ahead of Mr. P in the intermediates?
Yeah, that cost me a fair amount of time, especially since he was defending a bit more aggressively than I would have liked.
Yeah, because I saw it, I thought, well, this is going to be close here. But yeah, it was just a close battle here. But like I said, if you didn't have that battle between yourself and Mr. P, do you think you would have been an even more closer? I know you would have had second place, but would you have had an even more closer time to Jos, or did you feel like that's it? It was good. It was the best you've done tonight.
I don't know. I don't really see much point in thinking about what could have happened.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Fair it is. Because I like to hear your thoughts. Because like, if you went this way, would you have gone a different route, or you know what I mean, or would you done something different? You know what I mean? Just I would have liked to hear different thoughts and stuff. But whatever happens, Ton, you did a brilliant race. One more question: if Austria is here next week, what's your expectations for next week if it's going ahead?
Well, I think I'm just gonna say something similar to Jos, and it really depends on who shows up and what the conditions are like. Not really much way of knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. Fair dues. They're not. This is what I said. The top two drivers I've spoken to, they're not giving away anything unless we find out who's there next week, if it is planned for the Austrian track. But yeah, well done tonight, Ton. You did a brilliant drive tonight. I think that would have been your bestest ever drive. It's a shame that you couldn't get the double at Belgium. It would have been your favouriteest track, but Jos just nicked it after he's come back from holiday. So it'd be like, damn you, on that one situation. But well done, Ton, for second place. You did a brilliant drive against Jos. That was a brilliant drive to watch. Well done tonight. Sab, He's just mentioning about those conditions at the start were the worst I've experienced in Performance League. So tricky. It was full on wet. I'm glad I'm not racing in that one because I would have just flown off the first corner into the wall at the proper main entrance of the Belgian Grand Prix. But like I said, Todd, you can stay if you want, or you can shoot off. It's up to you, mate, on that one. So well done for tonight. Thank you for that. Tom44, how you doing, mate? You all right?
Yeah, not bad.
You did a brilliant drive tonight. Tell us your thoughts of the race tonight.
Yeah, it was decent. I felt I had really good pace in the wet, but I got damaged on the back of Mike's car with a few laps left to pit, so I lost quite a bit of time there. But
was that during the safety car moment? Dare I ask?
No, it was after when we were racing.
Oh, okay. If it was just after, was it on lap 10, 12? I think.
Something around that, yeah.
If it was that, I do apologise because obviously I wasn't there, but I'm hoping that you got your footage if there's any issues, no tissues, so to say, on that one. But without that incident, do you think you would have gone closer to the top two, or would you said third was the best that you could have done tonight?
I think third was probably the best, but yeah, I think I had similar pace to Wave in the wet, probably a bit slower, but I don't think I had the dry pace that the top two had, because when it dried out they were still pulling away from me. So I think third was probably the best position I could have got.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, Tom. You did a brilliant drive, considering where you was at the start there. But with you and Sab, tell us your battle between yourself and Sab, because I'm sure Sab will be watching this now, live and exclusive now. Tell us your thought of the battle between yourself and Sab. Do you think you nearly lost it completely for third place, or did you knew he had the 3-second penalty?
Well, I did know. Jeff did tell me that he had the time penalty, and we are teammates, so I didn't defend too badly. But still, thought we could have a bit of a battle just for a bit of fun towards the end of the race. So.
But yeah, I knew you two were the teammates, but at the time you think, as a neutral, be like, oh, unbelievable stuff there, because like you two were like the ding dong bells there, and you did a brilliant drive there. But it was gutting because Sab did a brilliant drive after what happened last week. I'm sure Sab will be there still, but he did a brilliant drive to come back after what happened last week. I always thought you just nicked it on the last bit at the last section there on the lap. But with Belgium, would you say you're glad to get rid of Belgium now, or did you want more Belgium after your third place tonight?
Yeah, I do. I really like Belgium, so yeah, I do enjoy driving. Belgium.
Fair dues. I was waiting for Carrot Soup. You probably know him anyway. Carrot Soup. I was waiting for Carrot Soup to join me on the stream, but he wasn't there for the last few weeks, so I hope he's okay and stuff. But he normally shouts out, just like, "Come on, Tom, you can do it." If you're being cute, he didn't say that being cute, but I did on that one. But like I said, with your drive tonight, do you think you got a chance of doing well in the league now? Now, before tonight's race, you were 6th with 20 points, so you would have had third. You would have had 30 points. So 30 points at the halfway point. How's your season gone so far for yourself?
Yeah, not bad. 2 podiums now. I think I must be around 4th now-ish, somewhere around there. But I think the top 3 are miles away, I think, at the moment. So I think 4th's probably the best, and of course now Jos is going to be closing in, so I think 4th is going to be what I'm looking at.
It's like the Jaws moment here. I didn't want to play the Jaws moment song because you'd probably be beeping yourselves on that one when that happens. But like I said, well done for tonight for the 3rd place, because I every time when I missed out, when I'm not doing the commentary or any other time, you always get a podium or win. So finally I got you 2 on the podium for the 2nd time, I think, or 3rd time, I can't remember. But this finally I got you there properly in the podium stuff. So well done for tonight, Tom. You did a brilliant job. Oh, before I forget, one more question. I know the two drivers have said, depending on who's coming next week and if it's still on for the Austrian Grand Prix. So that's the recap of race 1 because we couldn't do it on PSN. What are your thoughts of Austria and what are your expectations next week?
Well, I don't know. Not got really much of an opinion on the track. Just a average track for pace and enjoyment, I'd say. So I think it's just going to depend on my car as to how well I do.
Yeah, fair enough. But let's see if you can try and get a podium. Same with Jos. Same with Ton Avalanche, who's just left. But it could be anyone's game. But fair play to you for tonight. You stuck by it. You've gambled on getting the 3rd place, and you did well to get 3rd against a battle with Sab. I know you two were teammates, but it looked from my screen looked like it was like an immense battle at the end. I thought it was going to be lastminute.com moments there. But well done for tonight, Tom. Brilliant drive, and I wish you all the very best of luck throughout the remaining of the season, mate. Well done tonight. Like I said to the guys, you can stay if you want, or you're going to go because I'm just going to do my final thoughts before I stop the stream. My final thoughts of the race tonight. Simon on his debut Performance League, he has won. He has won the qualifying position on his first ever try. So that was a brilliant drive from him. However, on his debut race, he had, I think he had a few issues left, right, and centre, so he had to drop down quite a lot of places, and he did make a mistake through El Rouge at that one point there. So it was lucky that I saw there that he could have not. Well, he didn't collide with anyone when he was trying to get back onto the track, but you'll have to be careful next time. But yeah, just have to wait and see what happens there. But there's been a few battles left, right and centre. Because of that, there's been a few drivers who... I mean, Spud's doing what Nigel Gash was doing last season and the season before. He's just not getting the luck at all. I'm hoping Spud will bounce back as quickly as possible here. But can I just say, well done to Jos. Jos returned after 2-week holiday break, and now he's fully refreshed and won the Belgian Grand Prix against a brilliant battle from Ton Avalanche, who could have had his second Belgian win on the bounce from last season to this season on here. So it would have been his second win, but not of the season, but second win in Belgian career in the Performance League. So that would have been a magnificent achievement for him. But unfortunately, Jos played the dry setup game right at the end and tried to pull away as much as possible. But they did a brilliant job there. So the top two drivers, brilliant stuff. But Tom 44 and Sab, those two I'd like to mention as well. Those two drivers who had a fantastic battle there. I know they're teammates, but they said team orders, forget about it, just make sure you race and don't collide with each other, which is fair enough, and they've done it with ease. But also, well done to Mr. Skyse. He finished in 5th, but maybe 6th, I think. He may have dropped down quite a few places. But it will for the guys who have had 10 seconds worth of penalties due to lag or any other issues, that's not corner cutting. Will probably have to be checked with the admins to remove them. But obviously, I've just got the standings and the incidents list there, so hopefully we'll try and get that. It was done based on the penalty position stuff, but I'm hoping that will be sorted, and we'll try and get the proper positions as quickly as possible. But also, for my drive of the day, now I know Jos came back, but he did started off in second to win first. Ton Avalanche, he did a brilliant drive from the wet. I think that was 9 places, so he was started off in 11th to finish in 9th. So fair play to him to finish in second place with 9 places. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. But then Tom 44 just did a quiet race again. Same with Sab. But for me, I know it's going to annoy the podium stuff, but I'm going for Sab, because after what happened last week, he really did bounce back to try and get ahead of himself on. And I'm sure he really wanted that, and I know he did, because I spoke to him last week. But I'm sure he'll bounce back, and I'm sure he'll get some decent points in the next few weeks also. But that was a brilliant drive, brilliant comeback, shall we say. That's the word I was good after. Brilliant comeback from Sab. But don't get me wrong, Tom 4, Ton Avalanche and Yoss, they were already in my drivers of the days anyway. That's my driver of the day. But Sab is my driver of the day because of what happened last week, with what happened from Brazil. Not only from this, but also from the F3 League as well. But what I want to say, a massive thank you to the guys who are in the stream, who've been watching it live and exclusive. I'd like to thank all the comments for the guys here. I hope you enjoyed it live and exclusive. I know I have. And I do apologise for Tim, who could not make it tonight due to joined in late, and he had issues with the Codemasters update of the game. So unfortunately he won't be commentating, but I'm hoping he'll be back next week if we are going to do the Austrian race. But for now, as far as I know, I think we might have to do the Austrian race next week during the week break. If it was already done, the Austrian race, it would have been a week break for everyone. But yeah, we might have the Austrian race to see what happens here. But thank you guys, brilliant stuff. And always remember, always remember, stay classy. I'll see you later, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you all being well. I'll see you all next week with Tim, the legendary Tim, on the commentary box for the Austrian track, which could happen next week, but we might get more update as the days gone by. Try a bit, guys. See you later. Bye bye.